My name is Chris Looker, and I am a open water scuba instructor, in which I can teach people up into dive master level. I was in Egypt. I was on a mission. I was doing missionary work in Egypt, and I went to Sharm el-Sheikh, which is in the southernmost portion of the Sinai Peninsula, and there was a dive shop there, and on a whim, another person and I, who was over there, decided we were going to learn how to dive, and so we learned to dive in the Red Sea, and with a gentleman by the name of Paco Amin. He was our instructor, and I just learned 2 years ago that he had passed away at the age of 47. A very nice man, great teacher, and really loved the guy. He was a great guy.
Thomas Mitchell.
How were you first introduced to scuba diving?
I signed up for this volunteer program in Mexico. The company's called GVI, Global Vision International. Check them out. I kind of cut a deal with them if I lived with their research team for GVI for about a little less than a year, so like 6 to 8 months or something like that, and I helped them collect data off the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef System. So I was collecting the target species for coral along with fish species and entering it in computers, blah, blah, blah. And because I did that for them, they pretty much trained me up to dive master for free. So.
What do you like so much about scuba diving?
Everything. I mean, I think your dad put it well. I mean, most of the world is consumed with water, so if you really want to see most of it, best way to do it is diving, honestly.
Do you still have a passion for diving?
Yeah. Not so much here, but but I like it.
I think that 71% of the world is covered by, 72% I think is covered by water, and 29% is land. Most of the world, Earth is covered by water, and if you want to see it, to be a scuba diver, I would say if you want to see the world, all of it, or most of it, more of it, be a scuba diver.
Does this shop take people on trips to other parts?
Yes, it does. We go to Cozumel, we go to Australia, we go to Fiji, we go to Indonesia, we go to the Caribbean islands very regularly. And I think if enough people requested a trip, we'd lead it. We'd go there.
How do you feel about the quarry?
It sucks. I hate it. Everything about it's horrible.
The quarry? Well, the quarry is, as I said, the quarry has used to be a lot clearer than it is now. It's very murky. Most visibility you can get is probably 15 to 20 feet. That means you can see underwater 15 to 20 feet. For instance, in the Caribbean, you probably can see 50 feet. Down there, most of the time, it's 10 feet or within. So somebody swims 10 feet away from you, and you're teaching them, and you lose sight of them. That's very scary. It's not ideal. It's not a place I'd go for vacation. But it is a good teaching atmosphere, and as many of the instructors here say, if you can dive in the quarry, you can dive anywhere.
Do you plan on ever moving somewhere more accommodating to scuba diving?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would hope so. I'd love to move to a place that was warm. The Florida Keys, I've been down there a lot. Or to a place where I could access diving more easily than I do here. We're in Northern Virginia. I think one of the premises of your video, Sam, is that how can a dive shop survive in Northern Virginia where there's really nowhere to dive? The Potomac is not a good place to dive. There's no visibility there. The quarry is as good as we get. So, But we do survive because we do the outdoor trips. I think we treat the customers well, and I think our teaching is, well, PADI standards are the highest standards there are. So people are generally happy when they're done with us and we're very safe. We're pretty strict, but not too strict. We have fun. But so I'm like you. It's not exactly the dive central. It's not the ideal place to have a dive shop, but it works because there's enough people here who have enough income, disposable income, to purchase diving equipment, purchase trips, and also to train and get their specialty dive certifications, which we as instructors teach.
How content are you working here?
It's good. This shop's been really good to me. I've learned a lot, but I don't plan on being here for another year. I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
How content are you working here?
I really like it. I think the people here are very, very kind. You don't go into diving or working in a dive shop to make a lot of money, but meeting people who are interested in diving, learning new techniques, learning new technologies, seeing new innovations, working toward getting better at your skills or your teaching, instructing, and making other people happy and safe and fun. So that's mask, snorkel, and fins. I did regulator, BCD. We're good.